afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Barely Necessities. That's laughingplace.com's Disney merchandise show. I'm Rebekah Mosley, the co-founder of Laughing Place, and with me is our site manager, Rebekah Burbank. Hey, Rebekah, how's it been going?
It's going well. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. There's been so much happening. I have been super excited looking at all the various Galactic Star Cruiser videos out there. I
Oh,
know
yes.
that Mike Celestino put together an amazing collection of videos that are on our YouTube, but I've also been checking out all the other adventurers out there as well because it's just so exciting to me as a Star Wars fan to see everybody's experiences. So I know you have one already in the making, right?
Yeah, we are going at the end of the month. So, but we're teaming up with two of our friends to help kind of lower that expense.
Yep. Yep, I've heard that there's even some Facebook groups out there now that are kind of trying to find ways to find bunkmates so that you can, because it's a kind of a double occupancy shared,
Mhm.
because it's a cruise concept. They are, kind of the pricing you can save yourself a little bit by finding other people to offset that room cost. But
Yes.
yeah, it's not inexpensive. But we're gonna talk about a lot of other Disney content and merchandise out there, and we're starting off with another luxury item, and that is Dooney and Bourke. Another of these amazing Disney designs is hit shelves, hit shop Disney. What can you tell us about it, Becca?
Well, you first brought this to my attention because you had seen it at the parks, but this is the Disney Steeds collection, and it features some of those horses that we love so much, and Pegasus, from our favorite animated classics. So I think it's what, a 4-piece collection. There's a tote
Three
bag
different
and
styles of three different styles of purse, and then you've also got a matching magic
oh
band
yes,
design.
the magic band.
And part of what I find really cool about this is just the way it goes over the pantheon of Disney, right?
Mhm.
You go all the way back to Major from Cinderella,
Yes.
and you can see the castle silhouette from Cinderella lightly behind Major, all the way up until what you've got Maximus from Tangled, you've got her
Mhm.
Achilles from Hunchback, so just
Yeah.
all across the spectrum.
Yeah, and I like the design. I like that you've got those sketches in the background, but then the color, of course, focuses on each of the horses.
So really beautiful designs there, celebrating the Disney Steeds. And if you would prefer a magic band, well, they have it
Mhm.
available as a limited release magic band design as well. Also within the Disney theme parks, we've spotted some collectible candles.
Yes. Yeah, these are really cute. I believe Luke was the one who found these, and I like that you've got very unique looks to each of the candle holders. So it's not like it's the same thing with a different fragrance. It's all of these different options for you. Really a nice
And
collection.
to give you a little bit of the scale, there's a few of the designs held by our photographer, so you can get a sense of the scale of the candle holder itself. Now, I assume, Becca, that the ceramic, as the candle burns out, eventually you'd be able to kind of just rinse the rest of that wax out, and then you would theoretically just have a really nice ceramic um, trinket box when you're done.
I would think so. Or you could even, get your own wax and wick and reuse it at home if you feel so inclined.
And if you're wondering about what some of the scents are, Marie features a French vanilla. Cinderella has a pumpkin spice. I know, shocking. This is some sort of tropical pineapple smell. So, lots of different types of fragrances, from floral lavender to the sweet kind of bakery style vanilla and into the tropical with the, fruity with the pineapple. So, depending on what you like as far as fragrances go, they've also taken that into consideration as well. I want to know what this one smells like because it's just described as like, I want to say happy haunts. And
So
I'm
yeah,
like,
maybe I don't know.
it's like, did they go musk? Did they go,
Maybe
so
so.
I was thinking I'm gonna have to tap Jeremiah and be like, hey, Jeremiah,
Tell
go get a whiff. Let me know. Let me know. Does it smell more like Axe or does it smell
right,
more
right.
more, more like baby powder? Which way are we going? Which way are we going with this?
Yeah, yeah. Are you
Oh,
typically more of a floral or fruity or earthy fragrance fan?
okay. It can vary wildly in my house. It really can. Currently in the living room, I have a scent that is inspired by the fragrances of Norway, Epcot, right?
Okay.
So you have that scent going on there. And in the bathroom, okay, so in the living room is a oil diffuser, and in the bathroom is a wax melt, and it
Okay.
is inspired by the Disney Cruise Line. So it's that florally fragrance of clean that
Yes.
that when you
Yes.
think of the Disney Cruise Line. So that's in the that is currently in the bathroom. So, but we have been known to venture into the musk as well from time to time. But my husband is more bakery.
Okay.
So sometimes I'll switch out. Like during the day, I'll have something very floral, but then as it approaches 5 o'clock and I know he's heading home, I might switch it out
And
for
switch
more
to
of
something.
a bakery scent. So yeah,
That's so considerate.
it happens from time to time. Not always. Don't give me too much credit. Jeffrey says he might grab the Cindy for a little princess and the Stitch for myself. You have to let us know what you think of them in person.
Mhm.
I don't know
Yes.
if you saw it, Becca, and I've shared this in other places, but Geo bought the golden figment that they were
The
selling
statue.
on Shop Disney. Oh, hi, Jill. Oh, I'm sorry you didn't get a notification. Be sure to ring the bell so that way it'll let you know when we're here. Also, you can follow us on Twitter. We announce it there as well, so that way you be sure not to miss out. Speaking of missing out, Becca, we posted that this was available over at Shop Disney, the Thomas Kinkade, but
Mhm.
already it was when we went to gather more data for this show, it was already unlisted. So
Yeah.
I don't know if that's sold out, if it'll return. So,
I know
but
that so there's two framed versions. One's a framed print and the other is a framed canvas, and those were limited to, I believe, 1,971. So
ah,
1971. And then there's just a standalone canvas. But yeah, I was a little surprised too, because most of yesterday when they first came out, anytime I checked, they were there. So
nope.
maybe everybody
Oh,
wants them.
everybody needs more Figment in their life. By the way,
Mhm.
be sure to keep an eye out because for the Flower and Garden Festival, some more Figment related merchandise is coming. He's like a little farmer guy. It's very cute. And I agree, Gio. I hope a puzzle's coming. I love when they
Mhm.
use the fine art in the puzzles over there at Disney. But I wanted to be sure I mentioned this because sometimes, when you're at the parks, perhaps you'll see it. So, wanted to make sure you were aware that there is this anniversary Kinkade, even though it's currently not listed on Shop Disney. Because the styles that it was selling were limited, but sometimes you'll see it come out in like a different product, like a less expensive form
Mhm.
of print and on a
Yeah.
mass scale. So we wanted to be sure you knew this image was beginning to make its way to Shop Disney. Over at over at RockLove, the Little Mermaid has splashed onto my screen.
Well, yes, onto the screen too. I really wish that I was more into jewelry because these are very, very pretty. And I can't decide which color scheme collection I like more. So she's got one with like bubbles and shells and the other that's like a mermaid tail. And I love both of these blues. That
I've
aquamarine and cobalt, so pretty.
I've decided I'm tail fin camp.
Okay.
This blue as opposed to the it's a nice what like a aqua aqua blue over here
Mhm.
with the bubbles.
Yeah.
Yeah, It's nice.
That you've got purple, cobalt, and flecks of emerald green. So yeah, that's probably what I would go with the tail fin, but the other one's so pretty too.
This color of stone reminds me of the waters when you're out in the Caribbean on board a Disney cruise. That's what this brings to my mind. Is when you, after you go to sleep and you wake up and you go out to have your breakfast, you're like, wow, the water is so blue. That's where my mind went. Let's see. Oh, Tony, no, nobody's bringing fighting gloves. Wishables. We've got more Wishables coming.
We do, yes. These are coming tomorrow, at least if the tweet can be believed. And it is the first Wednesday of the month, so I anticipate that they will. But we've got MuppetVision 3D, and they only showed us these 4. So usually there's a standalone plush, and then sometimes there's a couple of variants. So I'm curious what they're keeping secret from us. But we got what? Sam Eagle and Fozzie Bear, and then Gonzo and Miss Piggy.
Okay, so I'm going to go out on a limb and guess that there's going to be a Kermit.
Yep, that's what we were thinking too.
But how cool would it be if Waldo appeared?
That's what Kyle was saying. Waldo, Sweetums, and I forget who his other suggestion was. But Kyle was saying maybe there'd be, yes, Bean Bunny. Maybe they would be the variants. So yeah, I think Kermit will be the standalone. Or you could possibly have a Miss Piggy in her Statue of Liberty costume.
Oh, yep, you could do that too. But oh man, would I love to see Waldo arrive as a Wishable. That would get me to these silly blind bag things. Yeah, that would be bad. Yes, it's a glorious 3-hour segment of Barely Necessities. A salute to all products, but mostly the Wishables.
Yeah, well, I was saying a salute to all Wishables, mostly the Muppets, but I like that too.
That works as well. Oh, Gio's suggesting maybe Sweetums, Waldorf, or Statler. Yep.
Yeah, there's so many good options.
The idea of a cuddly curmudgeon is very funny to me. Like, cuddly and curmudgeon. Okay, there you go. As Becca says, embrace your inner panda with new Turning Red merchandise on Shop Disney. All kinds of merchandise for the upcoming film. It arrives, March 11th, so it's just a few, less than 2 weeks away.
I know. It's coming up quick. We've got that robe there, I think is so cute. The only problem is it's a kid's robe, because I would wear that.
I feel like that's a constant refrain. We're sad it's kid-sized.
Yeah. And then they also have the girls modeling an ear headband with May as her human self and as her panda self, but the ears were not on Shop Disney when I looked. So maybe they'll be coming as the movie releases. But yeah,
we're mostly focusing on clothing. Ash, I don't have any toys yet. But I know we will be featuring more and more as it becomes available. So today is mostly, but we do have this blanket with an adorable pillow. It's very cute.
They say the blanket's a baby blanket, but it measures 50 by 50, which I still think is pretty sizable. I mean, it's not huge, but it's pretty sizable. And yeah, that pillow is also a carrying container for the blanket.
Oh, that's clever. And once again, the kid-sized robe that we're sad is not adult-sized. So here's your adult-sized products, a few shirts. Anything in particular jump out at you, Becca?
I like that skirt, the corduroy skirt. I think that's kind of fun with a little bit of embroidery on there showing May, and then, it's not too much.
Yeah, and I enjoy the way it's got that kind of comic style to it, rather than like true, pulled off the screen.
Right.
And there's a lot of little saying. I've noticed a lot of the Turning Red items feature various like I don't want to say motivational phrases, but like kind of those mindfulness phrases that you might use in kind of just taking a moment and kind of gathering yourself. I'm noticing a lot of that featured within this, and I suspect once I see the movie, I will understand why.
Right.
But,
Right.
but there you go. And as the movie gets closer to release, if you're interested in learning a bit more about all the various stories kind of behind the scenes, the way the project has evolved over time, be sure and check out On Laughing Place. If you look at the top of an article, you'll see that we've got tags up there, and if you hit that turning red, it'll pop you right over to this page, and a variety of articles about the subject of Turning Red will be there, whether it's interviews with the creators. Even right here, look, you've got the fact that Turning Red's going to be featured on Air Canada airplanes. If you want to know anything about the way that the Disney company is kind of bringing Turning Red forward, you can find it right there on that page and learn a little bit more about the film along the way as well. What is this, Bekah? I didn't even have a chance to look at this before we went. I just pulled up the URL.
Okay, well, they sent us some information last week, and I've been waiting for this release. But Hallie is this company that has like playful hair dyes that are ammonia free and vegan, and they're just supposed to be really fun. They're demi-permanent, so they wash out within 4 to 6 weeks. And they have a special collaboration with Pixar for Code Red. It's their new limited color, and it's available now online. I'm gonna get a sample of it, so we'll be seeing some different hair at some point here. But yeah, this is from Hallie, and I'd never heard of them until this product launch. But
wow, okay, so you'll be able to go. You can streak your hair, color your hair, match the beautiful panda that'll be on screen, right? So you can have fun matching have a little cosplay element to your theater going, right?
Yep, and all of the different models I've seen for their other colors have showed a variety of different hair lengths and textures. So it looks like they're really trying to just, like make it fun so that you can explore a little bit more of your personality without having to make a huge commitment to, a hair color. And yeah, so it's $25, which is a little expensive, but it's a foaming dye, and it comes with a little kit. So there's like some silly putty in there and some like under eye masks and some cute little things. So we will definitely have more about this in the coming weeks.
I know, Kyle reminds me. Yes, if only it were shown in theaters. Sorry, I keep forgetting. This is only going to appear in the El Capitan Theater for now. Yes. It's going to Disney Plus, much to the chagrin of our Tony Betty and a lot of the Pixar creatives who were involved in the project. Right?
Yeah.
It is a Pixar creative thing. Okay. And we actually have an article about that as well on Laughing Place. Thanks for the reminder, Kyle. I'd forgotten about that. In the world of Loungefly, a lot of new items are dropping, including this, what I consider a stunning Mulan illuminating castle.
Yes. I think it's very pretty. Loungefly has been doing this a lot with like 3D element, or not 3D, with light up and glow in the dark elements. And I think this is, like you said, stunning.
Yeah, no, the difference between they do a nice job of letting you know how it will appear kind of with the lights on and with the lights off.
Mm-hmm.
But really, really gorgeous designs. And then the oh, hang on, I wanted to show you the interior first. Look, it's Cricky.
Right? I know.
When I saw this, I was like, I want this as like a nice little fashion top or a dress print. I'm like, I love this pattern.
Yeah, that's so true. There we go. Maybe we can petition Loungefly to turn their linings into fabric.
I actually still have my little Cricky from the McDonald's Happy Meal toys just sitting right over there. Yeah, he's just a little bit too awkward to get, or I'd get him to show everybody. But yeah, because Cricky was among my favorite characters in the film. Him, and I had a little brother plush, because that was back when Disney was doing all those like Mini Bean kind of characters, and so yeah, I had little brother as well. But they've also got this design as well coming from Loungefly. It has a similar interior print. Oh, Jill, she would like to see a bag where the design on the outside is the design from the inside. There you go.
Yeah, I like
That'd
that
be cool.
idea.
Uh-huh. And also from Loungefly, you've got some Donald Duck cosplay as well.
Yeah, there's so much to choose from, but I thought this is really cute. I love the crisp color palette here, and Donald looks happy even though he's saying off Phooey. So I'm just, it's fun. And again, we got another great lining there, right?
Yep. And on the inside, you've got a cranky Donald as well, because as we all know here at Laughing Place, Mike Celestino believes that all merchandise with Donald Duck should feature him being cranky. So I was happy to see that they, did a little bit of a nod to Mike's personal taste on the inside of the Donald Duck bag. But these items, a lot of these Loungefly, you can find them over at Entertainment Earth pre-order. These are coming in the spring. We have an affiliate connection with Entertainment Earth. So when you click through Laughing Place to Entertainment Earth, we do receive a small portion, no additional cost to you, but it does help fund various projects here at Laughing Place. And we appreciate the support when you do opt to buy these items through our links. Let's see.
Thank you.
Moving on within the Loungefly world, but moving over to their garment line, which they've been doing so much more within this space in the recent months.
Yes, I agree with you. We've got Stitch Shop is what it's called, and this is inclusive sizing and just this is a three-piece collection and then a purse. So it's you've got a shirt and a skirt. You can buy those separately, and then there's a dress, and then the really cute red balloon crossbody. But
yes. I'm obsessed with this.
I mean, so how adorable is that?
I stopped when it's like every once in a while when I'm because doing this, you end up scrolling through a lot of merchandise, and this was where I was like, oh, he's so cute.
And that's available exclusively on Loungefly through the Stitch Shop. So you won't see this bag anywhere else. I mean, you'll probably eventually see it on eBay or something, but I
love the way the design looks like he's desperately holding on, like not gonna slide off the side of it. You can see the indentations in the balloon. It's good.
It's so clever.
And inside you've got a bright blue cloud, kind of puffy cloud sky, and Piglet floating on a cloud there, Tigger and Pooh as well, but we're moving over to Marble in a minute, not yet. So these are all part of the Sweet as Honey collection from the Stitch Shop by Loungefly. So be sure to check those out, especially as springtime comes, right? These feel very springtime.
They really do.
Within the world of Marvel, Bekah, we're getting closer and closer to that multiverse of madness.
That's right. And today, Funko and Entertainment Earth and probably several other sites gave us new pop figures that are available for pre-order. So yeah, these are from the movie. So I don't know if they're considered spoilers. I think every character featured here has been in the trailer. So, if you've watched the trailer, then you have to spoil a little bit, right? We're not giving away any plot points. We just know what the pops are. I love that Chase variant. I think that is really cool. That Doctor Strange, the one we were just looking at, is if I read Marvel.com correctly, the 1000th Marvel Funko Pop. So
wow,
how fancy is that?
Wow.
Can you believe it? There's 1000 iterations of Marvel Funko. That's a lot.
I just want this to be like a little GIF, right?
I wish there was like a glow in the dark element, right? Or like blacklight, and then
there's probably enough Funkos that people can build houses. In fact, I bet if I were to look online, I could find somebody who has built a house here is my house built out of Funko. So that's true too, right? that they've released?
Yeah, that's
Is this a pet peeve of your husband?
I don't know. We hadn't really talked about it, but with any Disney merchandise, things can be really, really frustrating.
So they had like
But
was it Mysterio, Funko, and under the WandaVision? That's why is that who we were all looking for?
yes, we were definitely all looking
Mephisto,
for
that's it. No, I
for
see I was the
Mephisto,
wrong
yes.
name. Mephisto.
Yes. No, I knew what you meant. I was thinking.
I got it.
You caught it.
I remembered the name. Oh, hey, according to Tony, he says either Spider-Man or Deadpool. One of them is the title holder for most Funko models based on one character. That's amazing.
Yeah, I feel like it might be Deadpool. I think this was on an actually YouTube game show that we watched, and I think it might be Deadpool.
And your husband actually enjoys any chaos it creates, apparently. Not a pet peeve.
There are times that he does, and I get really frustrated because I'll get upset about something, and he's like, "It's hilarious." I'm like, "No, it's not."
You have to be in my corner on this.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what, in sickness and health, on my team. Let's see. Here we go. Some more Marvel.
Yes, and so that was Wong that we just looked at, and this is America Chavez, and this will be her first appearance in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and I believe, like in the comics, she's part of the Young Avengers, and so she's definitely rubbed elbows with some of the most popular characters, at least in the comic series. And we've got Master Mordo, who we met in the first Doctor Strange movie, so he will be back with a new hairstyle.
I wish I had the picture of that green outfit that they're selling aboard the Star Cruiser.
Yes.
Totally, like, look, he just came back from the house.
Yes. Well, Kyle was even saying when we looked at that outfit, he was like, I feel like you could cosplay as Loki, or you could probably cosplay as Barrett Mordo or Master Mordo.
Oh, there you go. It'll be like I'm waiting for that, for the person who shows up like from a multiverse element, like a Marvel element, like comes walking in as Loki into the Halcyon. Like, yes, here I am. Oh, this is cool. Nice.
I believe this is Supreme Strange. So don't know what happened to his beard or goatee. That might be.
Maybe that's a plot. Oh,
Scarlet Witch. We've seen her many times, but this is her look for Multiverse of Madness.
I like the textured legs.
Me too.
Yeah, that's a cool. I guess the whole body actually is that kind of that texture. That's cool.
Yeah.
Ooh, this
is Sarah. I don't know, or maybe it's Sarah, but I don't know. I don't know this character, so somebody will be meeting in the film.
Are you pumped for? And then several of these designs are also available as keychains as well. Are you pumped for the arrival of the multiverse, Bekah?
Oh yes, I'm looking forward to this, and also for Moon Knight. So I think it's going to be a fun spring for Marvel fans.
Yeah, I am very excited for Marvel to kind of step back into the driver's seat of the Disney dweeb discussions.
Right.
Like for a while, it's been very much because of Book of Boba Fett, and then with the Star Cruisers, first voyages. It's been really, really Star Wars around here for a while, which I love. I'm far more into Star Wars than I am Marvel, but I am looking forward to kind of seeing that side of our team kind of have more to do, more to say around here in a that kind of vibrant, excited way. So that's coming around the corner, and I can't wait. But for now, I still get to hold on to more Star Wars talk. And in fact, they did show us a little bit more of the Galactic Star Cruiser merchandise. You can get Togruta and Twi'lek headpieces that you can wear aboard the Star Cruiser while you are enjoying your galactic adventure.
And I think if I understand correctly, you can also purchase these on on board. So if you're on the ship and you didn't get these before your voyage, you should, I believe, you'll be able to purchase them there at their gift shop, which I guess is called the Chandrila collection. But,
yes. And I'll talk more about that with my Sensational Seven, actually. Also, as part of what's available to Chandrila Starline visitors and guests, those aboard the Halcyon, they have foaming bubble masks and unique like face claws and such. For this is actually, this little packet right here sits right by your sink. They're in your stateroom, and they do have them for sale for the guests to purchase as well, to take home with them. Bekah, this face cloth idea, I get the impression with all of the makeup and stuff that this is
See, I hadn't even thought about that, because I'm definitely not putting makeup on my face to that extent. But you bring up a really, really good point that, you know, part of this experience that you have, you're a character in the story and on this voyage. And yeah, I can absolutely see why that would make sense to have a, you know, skin cleanser and to have a special face cloth, so that you don't have to be in the makeup all day.
Forget, right? I could, you know, if you come in character, you forget, or you meet somebody on board who has extra and goes, "Hey, give this a try." Apparently, Kyle noticed a little detail on it. It says that it calms and soothes skin for all galactic species.
Yeah, they did do that.
Yep.
But this way, you know, everybody can use it, right?
Right here, right here in this little print right here, it says removes makeup and impurities on all galactic species with one swipe. So nice. There you go. So these are some new products from H2O Plus, and they are available to members of, and yes, of course, for the Hutts as well. Always, they aren't gonna discriminate against the Hutts. That would not be smart, for one thing. I mean, not only unkind, but that would not be smart. Nobody wants to tick off the Hutts. Well, we've made it through our various headlines. Sorry, Garchomp, you're just a little late, but it's okay. We're still going. I'm about to share a little list of items that, you know, kind of loosely themed around the dwarfs. So we call it the Sensational Seven. And throughout this week, I've been very obsessed with the Galactic Star Cruiser. Our very own Mike Celestino was able to take a bit of a merchandise tour. They highlighted some of the items that are going to be available to guests when they travel. Also on Laughing Place, we have a general playlist of all the various experiences that you have on board. Mike's trip was just a simple 4-hour introduction to the experience. It wasn't a complete stay. And so his footage is more just kind of documenting for you the visuals of what he experienced during those 4 hours. But my Sensational Seven is based on the various items that grabbed my eye aboard the Halcyon. And for Sleepy, it is this simple kind of lightweight wrap. It's a deep V-neck. I was thinking, you know, wear it on board as I'm participating in the story. But then when I get home, for me, this would be something I kind of lounge in. I would enjoy just chilling, watching TV. I like when Geo comes in. A 4-hour tour. Yeah. Thanks, Disney. Nice. Actually, they did get a little lost. I have to tell you about that sometime, Geo. And that's for Sleepy. And the seven dwarfs are Sleepy, Happy, Grumpy, Dopey, Sneezy, Bashful, and Doc. So moving on to Happy, this little droid made me really happy. He, as you can see, his scale, he isn't as small as the typical, you know, the 3 3/4 scale, and he isn't as big as the ones that you would build at the Droid Depot. He's in between, but yet when you touch the top, he makes like little noises and beeps and stuff. So he's, you know, got a little bit of fun there. So, you know, kind of in between the two elements, I could see myself totally keeping this on my desk and periodically just enjoying chatting with my droid, because I'm addicted to droids. That's what I love about Star Wars. For Grumpy, I decided to go for these beautiful coasters, this beautiful coaster set. It celebrates the Shangri-La Starline, or sorry, Shangri-La Starline. I've heard it both ways.
I know, it's a tricky one.
And I've heard Halcyon and Halcyon, right? So, you know.
I
But
figure
this
it's
is
the
actually,
galactic. Yeah, sorry.
yeah, no, you're good. Jump in. What were you gonna say?
No, just because you've got all these different species from all over the galaxy, you'll have a few different pronunciations.
That's very true. This is a set of 4 coasters. They're metallic. Some have more of a gold tone, some have a silver tone. They feature various kind of logos and symbols of the star line, and then they have this leather strap around them that in Arabesh features the Chandrilla star line logo. And I was thinking, you know, you don't want you get grumpy if people leave wet circles on your, you know, table and whatnot. So this would be a nice, you know, gift to keep you from getting grumpy. Dopey. It's pretty dopey to gamble. That's my feeling. But
it can pay off.
Sabak is way too much fun. And aboard the Starline, they actually have this unique Sabak set. Mike Celestino, if you watch the video that I shared earlier, you can hear him go, oh really? I already have 2 of these. I'm going to have to get another one. Mm-hmm. The lady started giggling. It's quite a fun interaction. But it even comes, this set has a little bit different rules than you may have experienced on Batuu. And this set also includes some beautiful credits with that, once again, the Chandrila logo on it. So those are yeah. This is my husband. He comes in and says, "It's not gambling when you win." Okay. So for Dopey, after Dopey, we've got Sneezy. Okay, Bekah, are you ready? If you're sneezy, you got to protect your friends. You're constantly sneezing, so give them this shield. On board ship, it's a replica of the fun you have as part of the lightsaber training. They have these shields. They actually illuminate in a variety of colors, but they have this replica available that you can take home. And so this is the lightsaber training shield, is what I'm opting to call it. And like I say, you know,
That's what I've called it too.
Protect you from the spray of the germs. So
yes.
For Bashful. Hey, it's the Halcyon, but not everybody has to know that. It's maybe a little bit more subtle way to show your affinity for Star Wars, to kind of set it off on a mantle. It's beautiful. This one actually has lights and sounds. They say that when you are familiar with the ship, you can look at this model and find your stateroom, so that when you go home, you will know which of these little illuminated dots is actually awesome. Your room aboard the Halcyon. Because the Halcyon is 13 decks, because the designer is enamored with the number 13. However, only 4 of them are with utilized or you know, within action of the adventure kind of thing. I think 2 are sleeping quarters and 2 are your activity zones. Is the way it goes. But the story is that it's a 13 levels based on the designer's affinity for the number 13. And I like that, because 1313 Harbor Boulevard is the address of Disneyland. So there's a little bit of 13 in kind of that Disney lore. So it's fun to see it tie back in. Let's see, Jill. Do a tote bag as part of the collection that has lining pattern on the outside. They do very few with just a very simple interior lining. They have the design on the outside is more elaborate, but then an interior of one color, if I'm understanding the question correctly. And for Doc, a simple, Mockingbird Lane, you're right. And a simple magnet. This is a marble magnet with the Halcyon logo design and logo, the Chandrila starline, as well, a little bit of Arabesh. And it just feels classic and I like to think of Doc as kind of that classic dwarf. This marble is reflective of the element that you will see throughout an element of ship design. So it kind of pulls from a visual that you'll have from your experience aboard the Halcyon. So that's the magnet that I pulled. But they had so many beautiful items on board ship. My shopping list is quite long if I ever get aboard, because these items are exclusive to the Star line. They do give you like a purchase link if you travel to be able to order from, and have it shipped to your house, but it's for guests. It's not currently available to like the general public. There isn't somewhere where I can just go and buy this right now. And just to me, really attractive designs. They did a great job. If you want to see a tour of the store itself, the media tour that Mike had was not of this. They didn't have access to the store location. But our friends over at Skywalking Through Neverland, they actually were able to take a full tour of the shop, and they just did a browsing throughout the store. It's about a half an hour long, and they even showcase some of the pricing as well. So a really thorough look at all of the merchandise available aboard the Galactic Star Cruiser. That's our friends over at Skywalking Through Neverland. So be sure and check them out as well. So that's my Sensational Seven. I was just so stoked about all the insane fun that we've been having with the Star Cruiser.
No, Star Cruiser looks amazing, and I'm excited that we're going to get to experience it a little bit, but we're going to take the less expensive route, and I don't think we'll be acquiring any of this apparel. But we did some thrifting and found a few items that we think will work for, galactic looks.
No, totally. But I got a sneak peek at Bekah's developing wardrobe for the cruise, and it's quite impressive, apropos. So I am very excited to hear more about your experience. And our own Mike Celestino is actually traveling in just a few weeks aboard the Star Cruiser, and he has created like an in-universe character, his very own kind of Star Wars universe character, and Lotigo Fendon. And there's a little teaser introduction to him right here on this Laughing Place channel. Check it out. Take a look. It kind of gives you the story of why he's taking this journey. And then his goal is he's going to share with you his experience aboard the Halcyon in character, kind of, continuing to stay in that I'm doing my own Disney Star Wars story, kind of pushing this concept that they've given us, as far as he can. I'm eager to see how that experience goes. So like I say, I'll put a link down below, but it's right here on this YouTube channel. A little bit of Mike's cinema magic is right here as he prepares for his journey. I know, Bekah, you helped out with that a little bit.
I did. Yeah. He wouldn't be going without me. So
Nope. She was very helpful in getting him aboard the Halcyon. Gio is hoping some of the Starliner merch will hit Shop Disney at some point when Disney decides sales aren't where they need to be. I will say it took a little while, but eventually, like Olani and Disney Cruise Line merchandise have both made their way to Shop Disney. It wasn't an immediate arrival, but you can now, if you go browse Shop Disney, you can find Olani pieces, and you can find Disney Cruise Line pieces. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see some of that, some certain items, kind of make their way over to the Shop Disney pages. But I understand right now keeping it strictly to your clientele, because it's a hefty price tag for entry. So to have that merchandise, be unique to them makes sense within that whole construct that they have currently. But now we get to find out about all the things that are still on Laughing Place that we didn't get to talk about within the world of Disney merchandise. Bekah, what else is there out there?
Well, first, thank you, Doobie. It was fun to be part of this story. Okay, so we already briefly talked about the Walt Disney World 50th framed art. So hopefully we'll see that again on Shop Disney. If not, it's available, I believe, in some of the parks, or they're going to have limited quantities around the Disney resorts. Shop Disney. So this week they launched. I can't remember what product it was. Stitch Crashes Disney, maybe. And they had a virtual waiting room. And it was very different from what it had been. It told me how many people were ahead of me and what items were part of the release and what was in stock when I got onto the website. So hopefully this is a sign for good things for the future. But yeah, I wrote about that, and that's up on Laughing Place. And then, like I said, we had so much Loungefly. There's a really cute toy story for Woody and Bo Peep and their friends. And then there's also Disney Princess Tattoo. So it's just some artistic drawings of the Disney princesses, kind of like you would see on a tattoo. Really, really pretty designs. We have Super 7 Disney figures. So there's a Big Bad Wolf, and then there's the Queen of Hearts, Stitch, and I want to say it's Ben Alligator. Is that right? From Fantasia.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, there's some mini collectibles that are not coming for a year, but pre-orders are available, and they look really awesome. And then we've got Lion King Rock'em Socks. There's 15 designs, and they're really fun. Tommy Bahama had a collection on Shop Disney this week. So last week we were on Tommy Bahama's website, and now there's a separate collection on Shop Disney. And we have Aurora from the Disney Designer Collection coming on March 8th. So
yeah, beautiful, beautiful doll. I love the way that they do the blue and the pink with the design, and then her bodice features her crown. Just some really stunning touches to the upcoming designer collection, Aurora. As Gio reminds us, tonight on Disney Trivia Live, there will be two contests. That's two contests. Mardi Gras and Fractured Pixar. And afterwards, if you're able to stick around, we test out new question types. Doobie is in the midst of kind of crafting some new stories. He appreciates everybody sticking around so we can troubleshoot the software, as it were, get a feel for what works, what doesn't, maybe how to tweak things, or maybe it's completely broken like last week, and then he has to go back to the drawing board. I'm kidding. It wasn't quite that. But do you see, my husband comes in, he goes, it's going to work this time. And that's hosted by my husband and our son, and it's a lot of fun. There's a lot of humor, some trivia, but a lot of humor and fun. Quite a group of people have gathered. Very active chat. So, even if you aren't going to necessarily compete within the trivia game itself, come join us and chat all things Disney. It's just a lot of fun to be together with fellow Disney fans. I know later this week we've got some Marvel talk coming here. We're going to be live in Epcot because Flower and Garden Festival is just around the corner. There's going to be some Star Wars headlines. I suspect Mike Celestino is going to talk a little bit more about his Halcyon experience. So we haven't had a Star Wars headlines program since his journey off planet.
Wait, will his character be hosting? Because that would be an interesting. Wouldn't that be fun, Rebekah?
I might have to see if we can make that happen.
You'd be the first amongst us to have a conversation with him.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I was trying to think of how could I make that. How could I make that happen in story? I'm trying to. You already got in. I got to figure out how do I get my cameo. But
yeah.
Oh, let's see. We are live from Epcot tomorrow at 10 a.m., Jill. And tonight, the Disney Trivia Live is at 7:30 Pacific. So if you want to join us for trivia, that's tonight at 7:30 Pacific. So yeah, be sure to follow us on Twitter. Be sure to visit laughingplace.com for all sorts of Disney news and information. I know Becca's going to put a lot of links down below so you can find more information about the merchandise that was talked about today. If you're just joining us now, hey, hit rewind. We talked about a lot of Disney merchandise, and we'll be here next Tuesday. Well, we won't be here next Tuesday. Are we going to be here next Tuesday, Becca?
I'm not sure yet. I have to figure that out.
I know Becca's doing a little bit of traveling, so our schedule may be a little bit different next week, but typically
Yes.
you'll find us Tuesdays at 4:00 right here on this very YouTube channel. And when we're not, we make sure to let you know. We'll tweet, we'll Instagram, all kinds of different ways to find us. You can find more Disney merchandise information at Disney Merch Show and on Instagram as well. But Laughing Places is our main account. So be sure to follow us, whether it's Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter, for all kinds of Disney news and information. That's it for us now. We'll see you all next time.